Well, welcome to my live where we talk about all things living well and starting a strong home economy. All right, everyone. I'm in the greenhouse today. I'm doing little mini videos because I like to go live, right? I don't like to have to do videos and editing and all. I've done it before, but I like live streams, right? So today I'm in the greenhouse, one of my smaller greenhouses, and I am working on maximizing the use of my space. I know that I need what most importantly in the greenhouse is I need a workstation and I need grow places. So I've kind of figured it out and I wanted to share that with you all in case you're thinking about some sort of design for the winter. I have gotten most of my plants in. However, some things that are in the ground, we're supposed to get a frost tonight, and I got to figure out how to preserve them because I don't think I'm going to be able to get them all harvested today. So I'm going to take a trip to my big box store and get some really, really hard, that really, really 100 feet of that really, really hard solid plastic and wrap them up, because I can't get to all of them today. But I can tell you some of the things that you can start doing, and that is I put together these greenhouses. These are greenhouses within a greenhouse, right? Because these are great to have. They are great to have for your new seeds and things. And so I just wanted to share that with you and what I'm doing to design a space that will work for me over the winter. So yesterday I did a video on, or day before, on this particular greenhouse that I've been using for a couple of years now. And my genius said, put them outside in the greenhouse this year. So I did. And this is what they look like. And so we now have greenhouses within the greenhouse, which is ideal for me, right? Because I needed a workspace. And y'all, when I came and walked in here this morning, it was so warm and the sun wasn't even out. And as you can see, they keep themselves warm. As you can see the condensation on this, you can see that it's got its own humidity. Not everything is going to need humidity, and as a matter of fact, you better keep your eye on it because some things will go bad with all the humidity. You have to give it air, right? So the beautiful thing again is designing a space that works for you. And I'm kind of like a flower girl, so like I don't know, walk into like a flower shop. So this is just one of those little quick tents, right? A quick tent, but I put greenhouses within this quick tent greenhouse. This is based on concrete, so I don't have to worry about dirt, any of those things. I do still have to worry about there's a small crack where there may, become an ant problem, but I'm going to put things underneath these tents to make sure that I'm not going to have to worry about the ants. So in this house, I have, again, this is a seed starter. Seed starter. Most of my seed starters, these all have lamps. They have their own lightings, LED lights. But this one I'm using as a shelf to dry out my herbs because I needed some drying racks. So these are open for now because I'm going to switch them over because these are the ones with lights. I took the lights out of these over the over the summer when I broke these down to come outside, but I'm going to put their lights back in. So 3 of these have lights already, LED lights in them so that I can grow outside. And I got these so I have 2 tables. The most important thing was a little workspace, just a small workspace, and a place to put tools that I use to for my seeds, right? My racks. And this little rack came from the Dollar Tree. I think it was about $3, $4. So I got 4 of them, and they're just like real easy to put together. And I had these over the summer, was using them over the summer, and decided to bring them in here into the greenhouse to hold some of the things that I could pull off the shelves, like my seeds and seeds, my just equipment, right, that I use to try when I'm in here putting things together. I also have refrigeration in here in case I need it. However, I don't think I am, but what I'm going to do is put it on wheels and put it underneath. I keep my compost, chicken compost under here as well. Everything that comes out of the, no, not everything, but just like this has been composted for a while down here. So this is a little compost bin of chicken compost. And this is my vermiculite and some things that I use to aerate when I need to make sure that my plants need air, and my vermiculite so that I can, some plants need for you when you're potting them to keep them moist, right? So some things need moisture. So that is, oh, I just noticed that that's not, this is not snapped. I must have unsnapped it. Thank you, Key. So look, I unsnapped this bar up here. Problem. Glad I noticed it. So we want to get that back in place. All right. So it's a very easy install that I have here. And I'm hoping that, I believe that it's going to work well. This particular quick tent is bricked down, so it cannot move. So unless a tornado comes through here, I don't think it can be moved. It has I have a lot of things in here. I have a lot of tables. I have bricks. I put these bricks down in here on the back side, bricks all on the back side to keep the tent in place. Hello. So, yeah, I don't know what that means. I know the children are using that these days, but I don't know what it means, so I cannot respond to that, okay? I am not in school where I have to figure out what the urban definition of stuff means. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to share the wisdom that I have in doing this kind of work and helping other people to get started. Hey, Elisa, Elias Castillo. Welcome, Keywood. Welcome, Ayash Singh. Yeah, so this is the greenhouse. I am maximizing my space. And today I'm in here actually gathering these Thai seeds, Thai basil seeds, because I don't want to lose them. So I'm in here just chit-chatting today while I grab these seeds because this is my workstation and I want to make sure that it stays free, so that I can come in and plant things and work, be able to work. So that's the goal. Yeah, so anybody here have questions? Anyone here building a garden, greenhouse, have ideas that I might can use? Because I'm a lifetime learner. So I'm always looking to learn new stuff. So I'm excited to share my ideas and learn ideas from others. I spend a lot of time here on YouTube education, learning things because I'm trying to perfect the craft of growing food. And I am so grateful to the many who are out there doing it. And, I'm in a different zone. So when you're in a different zone, of course, things aren't exact science for each of us because it's trial and error. We have to try some things because we all live in different zones. So my zone here is zone 8 where I am. We're getting ready to get our first frost, which is tonight. My husband said we're getting a frost tonight. He wanted me to know that, and so I was like, oh man, it's gonna be a hard work day. When he said that, I knew then I was gonna have to work hard today because I have been working very consistently trying to get things prepared so that I was prepared for. But it's sneaking up on me. It's usually really cold by now, and so it snuck up on me, and I was hoping to be able to get it all done before the end of the weekend, but it looks like it caught me off guard. It didn't catch me off guard, y'all. I knew it was coming. I just couldn't get everything done because I have a fairly large farm, like literally. I grow food, I raise livestock, and it's a backyard farm and homestead, our little urban homestead. And We are excited to be a part of the community, to add value, to share what we know and learn along the journey, and how we are not allowing ourselves to continue to be affected by big government. I think that that's the most important. A rule made to be broken. What's a rule made to be broken? Was that the question? A rule made to be broken. I don't know. Rules are not really made to be broken. I guess I'd have to think outside of the box for that one. Let's see. I'll think about it and I'll get back to you. A rule made to be broken. I'll think about it. What's one that you know made to be broken, since it's your question? I think what rules? Okay, so there's the golden rule. I go by God's rules most of the time, because anything made by man, I believe, it can be broken. But if it's God's law, I got to follow it. If it's man's law, then, and it's going to compromise my health or my my livelihood, then I'm considering an alternative to the rule. You know, I'm going to study to show myself approved, so I can bow out. But bye bye. Yeah. So anyway, I'm in here just getting some of this Thai basil clipped. I don't want to leave out of here without finishing it up, because I have got to make sure things are done, so that when I go outside, I am not still have to come back in here and deal with this basil. That is the thing. I don't want to have to come back in here and deal with it. So I'm going to bring you all down here, and we're going to work together until I'm finished with this Thai basil. And then I'm going to go outside. So yeah. So I also love this because I get good sun in here. It's very, very warm. The sun is resting on the greenhouse right now, which I absolutely love. So it's very warm. I'm going to consider getting a solar panel here, because this is some really good sun. And I think that that's something that we all should be measuring as well, is your ability to continue in spite of, the possibilities of not having, you want to be able to have what you need to keep going. And there is obviously a big threat. There's obviously a big threat that's happening right now. Who's bruh, Key? Who's that? I don't know who that is. So I'm trying to clean up my space in here, and it's, y'all, I absolutely love what I've done here, so I'm excited about it. Just to see how it's gonna make it through the winter, because it's gonna get cold. It's gonna get real cold. Right now, I'm just trying to get these seeds. I'm trying to get all the seeds so I can keep going, so I can share seeds with others. All my Thai basil went to flower this year, because it didn't matter to me, because I needed the bees, and the bees absolutely love the Thai basil. So I just said, this is for y'all. So, hey there. You don't like it here, you don't have to be here. There's a millions of other channels. I'm not affected by whether you want to be here or not. Find your place, but be respectful. My mother-in-law passed recently, and her favorite word was, remember your manners, okay? Just remember your manners. She used to tell the kids. This is, y'all see all that Thai basil seeds? Tons of it. Tons. I love that for me. I'm going to get it done, and then I'm going to go to the back of the garden. I have to till up another bed so I can plant something tonight. I'm going to plant some more greens. Then I'm going to cover some things up, and I'm going inside and rest. That's what we doing. What are you growing in your garden? That's what I want to know. What are some techniques that you can share with me? I'm glad I can see out there, because it's like when I'm the position that I'm in here, I can see what's happening in back of me, and I love that, because you got to keep your eye on what's happening around you. I am almost there, and I'm going to put all the rest of this. You know, you can make tea out of this, tea out of the seeds as well. The seeds are very good for you. Yep. My babies, my hands is fussing out there. I don't know why they fussing, but they in their little playground. But they be, I need to put some stuff in there. Maybe some tree branches, some things in there for them to play with. Unless they be fussing, wanting to get out. Domesticated birds. Okay. We are getting there. I need to pull out the leaves. I need to get the leaf, the actual leaf bin, so that we can put the leaves in, because the rest of these branches pretty much just have leaves on them. So I'm gonna get these leaves off so I can get out of here, because it's very warm in here. Like I said, these are nice and dry. But we're leaving them on the rack in here for a while, so they will be nice and dry. This keeps me from having to dehydrate or freeze dry, because I freeze dry a lot of things, but it also wears on the utilities. So my goal is to minimize the use of it by having racks and other efficient ways to maximize my use of the grow house. I think that's really key, that this, I can have racks in here too. So that's another thing, you know. When we build our spaces, design your spaces so that you can be self-sufficient. Because what if you didn't have a dehydrator? What if you didn't have, how did the Amish do it? They're like some of the people that I actually love to follow when I think about gardening and preserving and things like that, because I grew up in the Amish communities in Pennsylvania, and they just did things a lot differently because they were very community oriented. You know, I didn't know a whole lot about their culture, but that didn't matter to me. What I loved the most about them is their sense of community, and taking care of one another. You know, taking care of one another. Everyone learned a skill. You know, like everybody wasn't doing everything. They like literally all had different skills. You know, one family or mom may be the one who milled biscuits or things like that. You know, some others may be in charge of raising sheep. Someone else is in charge of, you know, the horses and buggies. You got the guys, you know, doing the heavy lifting, and you know, it's energy. You know, creating safe spaces. You know, how did they refrigerate when there was no, how do they refrigerate when there is no utilities? So those are some of the things that I'm caring about right now, because you know, I realized too that, you know, part of, you know, our dependence on the government system is centered around food, water, shelter, and energy. And when we are governed by those things, we are at risk. So, my goal is to minimize the use of refrigeration, because um, how do I get things that don't need to be refrigerated? What do I need? Dry milk. Like even milk. Milk has to be refrigerated. But if it's dry, it does not have to be refrigerated. So I buy dry milk, you know, because I can always put some water in it and use only what I need, right? And I don't think people really think about that. When we were growing up as kids, that's what we had, dry milk. A lot of days, because we were raised on government food, government subsidies. And but a lot of times they gave us dry milk when we didn't have fresh, you know, something that we could preserve, something that couldn't be wasted, right? Oh, the bees are in here. Why are y'all in here? I'm telling you, the bees are still here, y'all. They love it here. My next goal over this year is to learn how to beekeep. That's definitely, is that a bee or a wasp? I don't know, but they live here. They really just be wanting the bugs up there, so they don't really want to bother me. Did get stung by a baby bee the other day, though. I was like, that was a first. But I was messing with some things in the other greenhouse over there, and there were a lot of baby bees in there, and they was not feeling me being in there at all. They were like, okay, this is our environment now. So we have to be of the utmost careful, because right now they are creating spaces so that they can um, not hibernate, because bees don't hibernate, but keep during the winter, I guess. I don't know if they die away or what, but I'm gonna do a deep dive study on bees over the winter, so that I can be equipped with the knowledge I need to beekeep, because I love honey, and honey is gonna get scarce because the bees are scarce. But if you are growing and you create a space, that is definitely a bee, and you are creating space for them, then um, you are creating space for them, then they will be around. And over here on this little homestead, they are here. I have a lot of pollinators here. Wasp, bees, all kinds of bugs. The ecosystem is growing. I love that for me. And so part of, again, maximizing the use of my grow house is making sure that I have racks, drying racks. So I've put in two more greenhouses just for the use of drying, because I can turn the lights on and they can dry under the lights too. That's a pretty cool thing, right? But anyway, look, y'all, got a lot of Thai, and I still have I still got more Thai. No, I got holy basil. I have holy basil and regular sweet basil out there that I still need to get harvest. So let's go back to these seeds. We make tea out of this stuff, y'all. Yep, you can make a nice tea out of Thai basil. Okay, let me get rid of that. You know, planting is 360 degrees, like, of life. It never dies. You just keep getting. I noticed that the sun is moving. Y'all notice that the sun is moving now? It was there for a good while. That was some good energy. So I have pine trees on the other side of this, and so the sun is shifting. It's gonna carry around to the north side, and then I'm gonna have a blaze of sun for the rest of the afternoon. Follow your sun, know where your sun is, so that you can get some energy. You know, you can be impactful in collecting the energy from your sun source. So almost there, guys. Almost there. I'm not gonna miss a beat. I have so many leaves on this table. We are getting them all. We are not leaving anything behind except the branches. Oh man. Right now I'm gonna have to break this down though, because the other one is full. That's how many seeds I collected from that one. I've been doing this for days. It takes time, you know. Oh, it's monotonous. But somebody's gotta do it. It's part for the process. It's not the easiest work, but it's rewarding. Almost there. I just wanted to really just to clean up my workstation because it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess, and I need to make sure I have a place to work. But it is work, right? Whew. I'm having some discomfort right now. Not been feeling well over the last couple of days. Almost there, Lord. Just so much. You ever I am just not going to throw it in the trash. That's not happening. But it can be so much that sometimes you want to toss it. Don't you dare toss it. If you don't need it, someone does. You know? Maybe you don't need all of this, but someone does. You know how many plants you can make from these seeds and share with your community? Seed swap. Start a seed swapping. Start seed swapping. You know? You're almost there. We are almost there. And so, bye for now.